fam, this is the other half of where it's at. It's Anna, and again we have our guest star back with us, our friend Joel.
Hi, how's it going?
So today he's going to tell us a story which may or may not be gross.
Oh, well, thank you for the lead up.
Yes.
Yeah, so I am Joel. I'm here, I'm back, and I'm here to tell you about a story that happened to me when I was 12 years old. Here in the wintertime in Baltimore, Maryland, me and a few friends decided to buy motor scooters off of eBay for $130 each scooter. Now, my parents told me, Joel, do not ride these motor scooters in inclement weather. The first thing me and my friends did was rode scooters in inclement weather. It was, I think, the blizzard, the blizzard of 20, I'm not gonna age myself. It was a while ago. And we all got our motor scooters. They were 30cc. They only got a maximum of like 30 miles an hour, but no protection at all. May have had the quality of AliExpress. So we test those boys out. We rode around slippery, very slippery, windy roads. It's snowing. Snowfall is immense. So we're riding around slippery roads.
Is this downhill, incline, uphill?
All the above.
Wow.
Fishtailing, trying to get them to jump. One of my friends broke the brakes off.
Wow.
And this may be 3 days after we got the scooters too. They were wrecked. But don't want to ruin the story. So the last hurrah before we went to go bowling, because it was scooter time, food, then bowling. So my friends were like, we need to celebrate this day of our debaucherous events. And the decision was to go down a really long, steep hill that had black ice on the bottom and see if we can survive. And so I agreed, of course, 12 years old. And so my first friend goes down full speed. He makes it, a little fishtail on the bottom, but he makes it.
Wow.
Second friend goes down and he's just a pro. I mean, he had like one hand and he made it look easy.
Crazy.
So then it was my turn. I wanted to kick it up a notch, so I revved it so hard, had a full lead up, about maybe 20-foot lead up before, so full speed, going down a steep hill, and didn't recognize that the black ice extended like a little bit to the decline of the slope.
Wow.
So got to the bottom, started fishtailing early before I got to the bottom. And then I just completely lost control. And I don't know what I hit the back wheel on, but it hit something. And I launched up into the air.
Oh my God.
And fell down on a rock on my side.
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I didn't feel anything. My scooter was done. Like I didn't know.
Separated like in half.
Yeah. So
Everything.
the front connects to the handlebar that was bent.
Wow.
And yeah, it wasn't good. So I thought I was fine. I just kind of walked it off, got up. I was staggering a little bit, but I couldn't really feel anything.
Yeah, I mean, thank God you're still here.
Oh, well, the story continues.
Yeah. Please do tell.
So we get inside, I walk it off, and they're like, Joe, that looked terrible. And I was like, why? I mean, it was fine. And so we had some food. I was completely fine. I didn't feel anything. And then went bowling. So it was me, two other dudes, my friend's sister, and their parent. So then we're bowling. Two people go before me, and then it's my turn to bowl. I pick up the bowling ball, and then I cock my arm back, and I think I might have let out just a wailing scream that everyone in the bowling alley could hear.
Goodness.
I screamed to the top of my lungs. Never screamed like that ever in my life.
Wow.
And I'm still in this position, so like I just dropped the ball.
I can imagine.
And I didn't know what to do. It's like, I gotta keep it here, or else something's gonna break. I just don't know what it is, but send me to the hospital right now.
Wow.
And so they literally put me up like a mannequin, and then put me in a car just like that. And I'm still in this position, like, if I move, something's gonna leak. Keep that in mind. So we ride to the nearest hospital, and I'm still kind of like in this position, for the camera, in this position, in the waiting room like this, moaning.
How long was the wait, you think?
I can't remember. I remember it's probably pretty fast.
It should be.
Emergency room.
Sometimes it can be taking forever.
It felt like a blur.
Wow.
But we finally got in here, and kids, cover your ears. Maybe. They're like, Joel, we don't know what's going on. We don't know why you're holding that position. But you said you fell on your side. I said, yes. And I'm sure my rib cage is shattered. And they're like, we're not sure about that. But, you know, go inside and give us a urine sample. Cover your ears, kids. Go inside, give the urine sample. That ain't urine. It's all blood. Completely. Just all blood.
So painful when you gave the sample?
Didn't feel like pain when it was going out there, but with the side, I was scared to move my arm. I was still doing like this. I had to hold like that in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Spider-Man style. So, yeah. Showed that to the doc, and they were like, whoa, that's bad. And so they pretty much got a prognosis from that. And apparently I just punctured my kidney. So somehow,
oh my gosh,
your rib cage can't protect everything. Because you have bone, and you have cartilage that connects the bone and stuff like that. So generally, your kidney's got to be protected. But somehow, scooters that are cheap can find ways to navigate to places that they shouldn't.
Wow.
So,
I never.
somehow I made a full recovery. I mean, it was almost outpatient. Like, I was there for maybe 2 days.
Wow.
I told my friend's parents not to tell anything. Told them to tell them it was a snowboarding accident. My parents come in, and the parent that was watching over us, the guardian, immediately told them, you know, it was an issue. But they didn't tell me they consulted him. So they come into the office, or at the room, and they're like, Joe, what happened? I'm like, snowboard accident. They're like, you sure? Like, I don't know, it was a bad accident. I kind of hit my head and stuff. I remember snowboard. And they're like, you sure? I'm like, I think so. I can't remember anything. So, they found out. I was grounded for a long time, kids.
My godbrothers had a motor scooter, and I decided to take it for the ride. I was the only one outside the neighborhood. Everyone else went in the house, but they left it outside so I could use it. And I was riding a motor scooter, and then I jammed my ankle on the side of the motor scooter, and it cut out a chunk of my meat, not just the skin, from the bolt on the side of the motor scooter. So the scar is still there from the hole that was.
Wow.
Yeah.
More of the story. Listen to your parents.
Yep. Always.
Craft a good lie for every idiotic situation you have before you do it. Commitment's key. But if you can't lie good,
truth is always the best answer.
Go with snowboarding. That usually works. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. So how long were you grounded for?
Oh God. I mean, it was like a wave of grounding. First, they took away my games, my video games, and that was life. That was for a long time. That was for the lie. The lie was, that's what really got me.
Yeah.
It wasn't an accident. So maybe like 3 months they took away the
Wow.
video games. Yeah.
3
Yeah.
months.
I had to read and do homework. So a long time on that, and then I just couldn't go out with my friends or anything for about a month.
Okay, a month for your friends. Video games, 3 months. That's a good detox.
That was an eternity for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you still a gamer?
Hell yeah. Well, I try to be. I don't have a lot of time now.
Yeah.
But
What are your games?
I just finished Sonic Frontiers.
Hmm.
It's better than I thought it would be. Pretty good.
Okay. Sounds fun. Sonic the Hedgehog, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. I do like Sonic. You saw the movies?
I did.
Okay. Nice. That's good.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good stuff.
Hmm.
I built an arcade cabinet for a game called Marvel vs. Capcom 2,
Hmm.
and it's really cool. Really cool. You can't get it anymore. It's limited edition.
Wow, sounds cool.
Only had a small run, and I was one of the fine fellows that got it.
So, it'd be
Ladies.
worth $1 million one day.
Ladies. Limited edition. Where am I going with this? Anyway,
Maybe you're just trying to holla?
probably.
Trying to holla, yeah. It was getting there.
Shoot your shot.
Yeah. They picked it up, what you were
Hopefully.
putting down. Yeah.
Hopefully. What were you going to say? What's your question?
Oh, I was saying, one day it'll be worth $1 million.
Let's hope. It's already like $1,000 on eBay.
Yeah, it's moving there.
It's moving.
Getting there.
It's
It's
moving.
moving on up. Progress.
So, how about you?
Oh, a story.
I know you're the golden angel. Just the Baltimore's darling.
Oh,
But I know you have some stories
thank
of
you.
it.
Stories. So many stories.
What about the
I'm
one
trying
you
to
got
think of-
caught from your parents? Like you did something bad and you got caught.
I don't know. Because me staying out after the street lights came on was, I mean, my grandma was there in her house when my mom was at work. She's a travel nurse. So I just stayed out.
You stayed out
Yeah.
all night?
Well, not all night. You know, maybe until about 9.
Heresy.
With my friends, but you know, my grandma couldn't really do anything. She was gonna come outside and look at me. I could hear her yelling though my name incorrectly. She
What did she call you?
never pronounced it right. It just gives me a twitch now. She'll say, no, it's Ariana, and that just the way that's said, that twang hits my soul, it just stabs me in my heart. But I don't know, like I can do multiple stories. One recently, it wasn't, I guess it kind of was not listening, but I was in Australia. We was playing, I had 2 scars here and here, and there's this game that's like football, frisbee, and wrestling all in one, right?
Rugby?
No. It's like American football. It's like tackling, wrestling, and frisbee, like wrapped in one game, right?
Crazy darling.
And I was one of the girls that was from Germany. She initiated the game. She called it German Spin. So I was like, ooh, I saw them play once, and I was like, oh, that looks fun, right? Now when I get in there, so you have like 3 chairs on each side in a square in the room, and everybody has a number. And when your number is called, the person in the middle is gonna flip or like spin the frisbee or the plate, and then the number that's called, the 2 people that's on the side of you are trying to stop you from getting it before it hits flat. So I'm all like ready. I'm ready for this. You know, I got this 18-year-old sitting next to me. I was 20 at the time. He's like husky Canadian, 6'10", right? His number gets called, and he's looking at me like, you know, like whatever, right? And I'm just like, you know, I'm like, you know, you're legal now. You're not a minor anymore. Because over there, for missionaries, like 17 and under, was like minors. I was like, you turn 18 now, so I'm not going to take it easy on you. And so
it's 6'10" people.
Yeah, and he's like, you know, he's like, whatever. His name gets called, and I was like, I was ready. Took him down by the legs. He fell, smacked down on the ground. We played over cement and like thin carpet in the chapel, like when we do our worship. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And he got up slow. He's like, you know, I'm okay, whatever. You know, I was like, are you sure? And he didn't like really talk to me after that. And I was, you know, in that moment, I was like, oh my gosh, yeah. And so that's when I got this scar, because my shoulder went under his body and scraped on the rug, and it was all white and red and blistered. And I didn't notice that one until, you know, after I was still in this game playing. And then
Adrenaline.
Yes, I was like, oh, like I love these type of games. I love football. Anyway, and then this guy that's my height, he's buff, he's built, originally from Nigeria. And his number gets called next to me. I take him, and his jaw smacks on the ground.
Oh!
And his wrist scrapes on the floor. So when I was taking his down, my hand went under him. This hand was infected, like bad. It was just from this little...
From the koala, you know, it's like koala staining down there and stuff, you know.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, that's what it is. And it was just painful, like all the pains down here. It just never closed up. It just kept pussing and reopening and pussing and reopening. It took a long time for this little thing to heal on my hand. So that's one story.
So that's assault, 2 cases.
Well, no, I apologize, and they were okay.
Okay.
They were okay. Yeah.
Okay, officer.
You know. So after those 2 situations in that game, I didn't stop till about the 3rd person.
Because murderers never stop.
The 3rd.
Once they get the taste of blood.
Horrible. The 3rd person cared for her deeply. You know, we even had a little name thing going on because our names kind of sounded similar.
This is before or after the vicious
This
attack?
is after. Well, yeah.
Okay,
So
I'll let you finish. I'm sorry.
it was after, and she was like a really good dancer, like for Juilliard and stuff like that.
Was.
And she was playing the game, and so when I took her, because her number was called, like she sat on the floor for a really, really long time, and I just felt so horrible. And she was like 17 at the time, so she was still a minor over there. So I was like, oh my Lord, I was like, oh, I can't go to jail now, not out of the country. I was like, oh my gosh. She said, no, I'm fine, but she was just sitting here like this the whole time. I was like, oh, what if I mess up her career? I was going through all the motions. I was just, oh, so eventually she got up. And I don't know if she stopped playing at that moment or she did a couple more times and then she finished, but I was just, and then her mom saw me, like, because we were playing late. I think it was like late at night, early in the morning, but so the next day her mom saw me, whatever, and I was like, hello. I said, Oliver, okay, this and that. And she's like, yeah, no, she's fine. I'm so sorry. She's like, no, I'm just playing the game. So she was fine about it. I was like, oh my gosh. So I was like, you know, that's when I realized my mom says that I'm stronger than I think I am, and that I'm heavy-handed. You know, I'm just like, no, but in that moment I realized that, okay, let me just gently hug you, and then just place you on the ground for the rest of the game. And some of the guys there want to sit next to me more. But it was a fun game overall. Everyone had fun. And, yeah, everyone had fun. You know, some people almost got me a little bit, but it was just by the ankle. And, I remember the one guy I told you that was 6 foot something, almost like 7 feet. When my number got called and I ended up sitting next to him again because we rotate, I got up so fast, but he got me like by my legs, so I was literally like hanging in the sky, but I was like, I still got the plate, so I still won that chance, and I did not lose that game. I was literally, my head was to the floor, he was hanging me up here, I had the plate. Oh, that was such a good catch, you know?
So at what time did you guys recognize that the ground you guys were playing on was highly dangerous and you could have easily moved it to somewhere a little bit more safe for
Yeah, you know,
minors
I
and
thought
middle
about it, you know, that we could be playing outside, in the grass, but grass stains to rocks as well. But no, I never questioned because I was just in the game. It's a fun game.
And you said you had a lot of fun?
Yeah, it was a fun game. It was a fun game. I would play it again, more cautiously, so I won't get any more scarves.
Well, let's hear their side of the story. We brought the victims in.
They are not here with us today because they trust that the facts that I have stated are actually factual actuals.
And after the break, we will we'll bring in and let you hear their side of the story.
Now enjoy this commercial sponsoring Everlasting Dairy on Dairy Ice Cream.
If you're lactose intolerant, don't be.
Click. I'll insert a picture. I only cut the pineapple once, and it was a struggle. So, and it's been years since, so it might be another struggle for people to laugh at.
We'll find out.
Yeah, we shall. Okay. So we're talking about your gross story, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. I'll insert a picture of ice cream / lactose intolerant people.
Do you have a
animation? I'll insert that.
Do you have video editing skills?
I believe it in my spirit, yes.
Oh.
That I have it. I have not taken it in a further space of all the gadgets and effects and whatnot.
But the idea, the concept.
I feel like, I'm just doing iMovie right now. So
Yeah, that works.
Yep. So I will insert ice cream and lactose people.
So with the amount of people that sustain life-threatening injuries from your games, how did that offset with the people that were affected by the missionary event? Like, you help people.
Wow. Yeah.
But then, what was the balance like in numbers? Like five people concussion, 10 people delivered.
Man, wow. Okay, 0 concussions. Okay, first of all, more than a dozen people feeling peace and weight lifted off their shoulders.
Literally off the ground.
Yeah. And after that game, because it was their third time playing, it's my second time. I just watched the first time.
Okay.
Right? But after that, it was kind of, I think, a little quiet, a little awkward when I came back down to the lobby, whatever. And just like, they just had no words for me. I think a couple people then said something amongst the quiet, and then I was just like, I didn't mean it. I'm so sorry, whatever. And then, but like, it was kind of like, kind of jokey. Anyway, so he was just like, yeah, and I carried on. Probably got something to eat.
Oh.
Yeah. But yeah.
And so
it was cool. Everyone was cool at the end of the day.
Everyone, so like, when you're on a missionary excursion, or when you're in a place, do you go out to village, not villages, but just communities, and evangelize and get people to, like, what's the whole process with
So for mines, I did Youth with a Mission.
Okay.
And they have bases, campuses all over the globe, like 8,000 of them, even one here in Baltimore, while we're in Baltimore. But the statement is to know God and make God known. That's depending on where we go at, because not everyone's going to believe in God or Jesus. Depending on where we go at, we'll just like maybe do activities that to see like their self-image, that you are beautiful and that people see you as a beautiful person and stuff like that. Basically how God sees us without mentioning God. So it all depends on where we go at. For YWAM, we had on my base in Australia, which there's multiple bases in Australia because it's a country and it has different states. But I was in Townsville. We had 2 outreaches, one on base and one outside of campus. Mine was in different groups, elective groups. So mine was the youth team. Then you had like Trailblazers, and you had the medical team, and there was probably like 8 others that I can remember. I know radio, so they'll like talk, they'll work the radio station and all that stuff. And each base is different with YWAM, so you're not going to get the same thing, which is nice. You know, because like other YWAMs have like sports ministry, and then they have like photography, so different. So it's like fun, different like things to like do stuff and get out there and interact with everyone.
Okay.
But and they have ministry placement, which is jobs on campus on the weekdays. So like kitchen or gardening or helping with the radio or mom's helper, which I was. So I was like, I had children I took care of for 2 families over there. But yeah, so the youth team came here. We did team building exercises and things like that with the school, which is like 14 to 16 years old. Yeah, we had fun. We did different activities. At prayer time, we laid like all our burdens down across, like things that we want to release, whether that's abuse or addiction and things like that. The suicide rate over there for youth, for children, is really high. So just being, you know, there for them. Then for our second outreach, my team went from Townsville down to Brisbane, Melbourne. So we travel like different, like across on this side of Australia, down, stopped in many different places, churches and schools. And same did little activities or did like bigger games with a big group of people, big group of children. And we also had a moment with like an elderly luncheon a couple of weeks while we were in Melbourne, I believe. So, which was cold. Wow. Townsville is hot, like burning hot. I got sunburned.
Wow.
Yes.
I've never been sunburned. Ever.
You don't want to be. Like, this is the first time ever, okay? And it's in the weirdest spot. I got sunburned on the top of my ears, and the white flesh was showing.
Whoa.
Like, it burnt my skin off.
What was the degrees?
What was it? It was probably like 80-something, high 80-something, I said. But but the sun is different over there. It's scorching hot, dry. You go out, you're like, out the campus. It's like, it's bad.
Something else.
Yeah. But there's ways to adapt to it and get past it. But yeah.
Thank you for telling me.
Yeah. You're welcome. Etc. That's the shortened version of the 2-hour story.
Oh yeah. Well, next time we'll examine it further.
But there was another injury. It was short and brief. My godbrothers had a motor scooter, and I decided to take it for the ride. I was the only one outside the neighborhood. Everyone else went in the house, but they left it outside so I could use it. And I was riding a motor scooter, and then I jammed my ankle on the side of the motor scooter, and it cut out a chunk of my meat, not just the skin, from the bolt on the side of the motor scooter. So the scar is still there from the hole that was.
Wow.
Yeah.
This would be the title of our motor scooter.
Yes.
Casualties or.
Crazy. Yes. Motor scooter casualties. I like that title.
Good stuff.
Crazy.
Yeah, you can edit that like right after my story.
Yes, I was just bleeding.
Wow.
Dripping down just through the south. I was just like, oh, you know, I was I was like a tomboy back then. You know, hopping fences, cops and robbers, you know. All
Cops
that.
and robbers.
Cops and robbers, tag.
Real cops and robbers, huh?
Nope. No. Imaginary.
And tagging.
Playing the game.
Wow.
Yep. Scars on my legs from chasing people down.
Hmm.
Yeah. Good times.
Good times.
Good times.
All right.
All right.
Good
Thank
to see
you
guys.
for coming,
Thank
Joe.
you.
We appreciate you as always.
Thank you. Appreciate you having me.
And you all have a great day. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that bell button, share. Love y'all. Peace out.